Hey, it's Denise. I just want to do a quick unboxing to show you what I got from Harry and David's. I had mentioned before that I belong to, excuse me here, I belonged to I got a, I'm going to have another I can't talk day. It's because I got woken up again at 4 o'clock. And once I've been woken up at 4 o'clock, it's like I've had just enough sleep to not fall back to sleep, but not enough sleep to feel like I'm really awake. So, I'm still in my nightgown. I didn't take a shower yet. It's pretty bad. My son went out to walk the dog a little while ago and came back in and said there was a box from Harry and David's. And I get their monthly, I did a 6-month subscription for, I wanted to do something healthy. The other boxes that I subscribe to are, handcrafted items kind of thing. Whereas I wanted to do something that was like a treat, but I wanted it to be a healthy treat. So I went with the Fruit of the Month Club from Harry and David's, who are pretty much known for doing some of the most awesome fruit-type gifts that you can buy. So this month, it's apples, pears, and oranges. And you might be saying, that's not very exciting, Denise. You can buy them at the grocery store anywhere. I don't know if you've ever had Harry and David's pears. The Royal Riviera pears are so good. You feel like you're eating dessert. They're so sweet, they're so juicy, and they're perfect when you get them. And they even come with a little card. Like when I got them the first time in the season, I remember when I was unpacking, there was a little card that lets you know exactly when to know it's ripe, and to let it keep ripening in the box until it reaches the point where it starts to have some give around the top where the stem is. And once it reaches that point, then put it in the fridge, because that'll help. Because then now it's like at the perfect eating ripening. And then by putting it in the fridge, you'll keep it there a couple days longer to give you time to enjoy it. Which I thought was pretty cool, because I wanted to make sure that you get the best, experience out of eating it. So anyway, let me quickly just show you. There's 3 little boxes came in one larger box. So this is one of the smaller boxes. Okay. They're packed, you can see carefully. There's this foamy stuff to stop them from getting bruised. Ooh, it's the pears. I love their pears. These ones that I was just talking about. They always wrap one in gold. So I guess it's with the whole royal thing maybe. But these are delicious. And with my stomach the size it is, one of these is breakfast or lunch. I'm full from a full-size piece of fruit like that would definitely be it for me for a little while. And here we have the apples. I was looking. I know they put it on the box, but it is. Again, you got the foam padding to make sure they didn't get. And look, they're beauteous. They're wonderful. Let's look at one. Not sure what variety it is. They're beautiful though. And they're in excellent shape. I have no problem. I don't see a blemish on any of these. Which I'm sure they're also, I'm sure, probably a very good fresh eating variety, because that's kind of the gift box stuff is, it's not really for cooking. It's, meant to be stuff that's meant to be enjoyed fresh. And then, last but not least, because who doesn't love citrus when it is, 5 degrees out, as you speak. More padding. Slightly different padding. But I'm assuming these get shipped from somewhere different. They're these big honkin' oranges. I'm trying to remember. There was it said what type of orange. I don't think it's Honeybell. It's not shaped like a Honeybell. Might be a Cara Cara. I'm not 100% sure. If when I cut it open it's a deeper color than a normal orange, then I'm going to guess that's probably what it is. But they definitely use, I've never gotten a variety that was anything other than delicious when I've gotten gifts from them in the past, gifts that other people have sent me. So I am definitely looking forward. I've been letting myself eat way too much junk stuff since all the holidays, the stress that went on during that time, and you know, I was not being careful about what I was eating at all. So I think clearing out all of the easy to reach, oh, here's a box of candy, here's a box of chocolate. Instead, I wanted to go with, there's always really good quality fresh fruit in the house. So, and just as an aside, when I do find myself with fruit that is less than perfect, and I'm not talking about Harry and David's anymore. I've never gotten fruit less than perfect from them. But like, say, from the supermarket, or you get it at a farmer's market or a store marked down because it's not quite perfect. That, I love to get that. Either, you can sometimes get free, you can get marked down. If you're using it for cooking purposes, like today, I'm planning, it's my first time I'm trying this recipe, but I'm gonna attempt. I don't do well with jams and jellies. I know that's what a lot of people start with when they're learning to cook and can. I just never did them. I think part of me just rebels against how much sugar you have to put in. And I'm like, oh, it mustn't need that much sugar. But the sugar is vital to the setting up and thickening part too. So it's not just for the sweetness. And so you really do, I guess, have to put that much sugar in, else I'm going to have a whole load of, what I'm making is the recipe came from, I don't know if you watch her videos, Sutton's Daze, SUTTONSDAZE. Lisa did a video on caramel apple pie jam, and I went out and got a bunch of apples yesterday that I'm going to use today to hopefully make. I'm going to do a double recipe if I can. I think I have enough for a double recipe. So I'll use these. They're still perfectly good. They're not as, they don't look like movie stars like the fruit in these boxes. But, the occasional tiny little bump or blemish, I'll just cut that off. And so I'm hoping I have enough to do a double recipe. I feel like if I'm going to the trouble of canning and cooking and sitting there staring at a canner, that I want to make more than a jar or two of something, unless it's something that I'm really not positive that I'm going to like, and then I might make a really small batch the first time just to try it, especially if the ingredients are expensive and I don't want to spend a lot of money and then possibly not like it. Okay, so enough talking about that. I wasn't going to go out on a tangent too much. Again, check out Harry and David's if you're looking for healthy fruit. They do fruit and cheese and wine. They do both single gifts and subscription type gifts. So, I happen to do a 6-month subscription, but certainly you can just buy their stuff as a single purchase. You don't have to do a subscription. I just figured I need one healthy subscription. In the past, I've done a couple of the, what did I do? I did Treatsy. I think that was the first subscription box I ever got myself. And, they were like candy and goodies, and their stuff was good. But then I made the decision, that I was finally going to stick to the weight loss. And so I cannot do something like Treatsy. But I can definitely have fruit that I'm looking forward to coming every month. Especially, it's a little pricey. It's not cheap. And I guess maybe that makes you appreciate it even more. Like, I'm not letting a single piece of this either get overripe and not get used or get thrown out, or I'm going to make sure I eat it. And that will help motivate me to be snacking on something hungry when I find myself like looking for something to eat, instead of settling for something, that's okay dietarily, but not as good for you as fresh fruit. And there's 6 of each of those. That's 18 pieces of fruit. Now, I generally, if I can, I eat like 1 piece of fruit a day. Do I know that? So I'm going to look at it like in the order like this. I'll look at, I'm going to check out how ripe the pears are. The apples, I'm sure, are ready to be eaten. The oranges, I'm sure, are ready to be eaten. So you generally, the only one you have to keep a close eye on, as far as I found out, is the pears can ripen quickly. I mean, on the one hand, it's great if you're waiting to eat them, but if it's you and your son who acts like fruit is something you're trying to poison him with, then you would, then this is a lot of fruit, because I'm probably the only one who will be eating it. That also means, though, doing stuff like maybe putting, just having it with some yogurt, or putting some in my oatmeal. If it looks like I'm not using it up as quickly as just being able to eat it. My other thought was doing, just maybe a couple days of, yes, it's going to be higher carbs and lower protein, but eating more fruit, maybe a couple days a week, letting myself have a few pieces of fruit if that's what I feel like having instead of a higher protein meal. As long as I know that I'm getting a protein shake in and I'm getting my what I need nutrient-wise, I want to really let myself enjoy the awesome fruit while it's at its best. Anyway, again, that just to let you know, that was from Harry and David's. I believe they're just harryanddavids.com. And I hope you're all having a great day. Take care of yourselves, eat healthy, and thank you for watching.